Welcome back, everybody. It's Garrett and Luke with Bring Home Denver, and we want to talk to you about the current lending market and what's changed over the last couple of months, because a lot has changed, right, Luke?
And just how it relates to buyers and sellers right now and how both can continue to win.
Yeah, so I'm sure you saw in the news, the Fed just increased the interest rate, which is not the mortgage rate, but it does affect it. But they increased it by quite a bit, and it sounds like we've got 2 to 3 more rate increases this year. That's going to equal about 150 basis points again. So there's a couple ways that as a buyer this can be advantageous, and a couple ways as sellers you can still get more money than the average person on the market, and that's what we want to talk to you about.
So we've recently been seeing price reductions across the board. As many as 50% of listings just this past week are experiencing price reductions. So in order to be creative and take advantage of it on both sides, rate buydowns have become more and more popular. The most common right now being the 2-1 and the permanent. Garrett, talk about the 2-1 for a minute.
So the 2-1 buydown is a way for the seller to buy down the interest rate in the first 2 years for the buyer. The first year they lower it 2%. So if your interest rate is 6%, your first year you're going to pay 4% on that loan. The second year it's going to lower 1% down to 5% for that loan. And so it allows you to save money on your interest rate for 2 years, with the hope that in the third year interest rates have come back down and you could do a permanent refinance. So that one's pretty popular right now, and it doesn't cost that much to take advantage of. The second one, though, is the permanent buydown, which Luke will explain.
Right, the permanent buydown. Let's just give you an example. If your list price is $850 and you're negotiating with the buyer, they want you to do a $30,000 price reduction down to $820. Whereas creative sides might say, how about a $10,000 credit? And it's the exact same thing. The monthly payment for the buyer is the exact same thing as if it's $820 sales price or $850 with a $10,000 seller credit.
And that credit goes towards buying down the rate.
Yes, 3 times the power of the $30,000 price reduction.
Yeah, and so the buyer's in the same situation. Their monthly payment's the same.
Yes.
You've saved your seller $20,000.
Exactly. That's how it's a win-win for both sides right now.
Why aren't more people doing this?
I think a lot of people aren't informed, frankly, and you need to be working with agents and lenders who know how to structure this, and on the other side, the other party is also willing to do it and understand it.
Yeah, absolutely. And what we want to talk about is monthly payment. If we can keep that the same and keep more money in the seller's pocket, we'll do that all day for you.
For sure. And then don't forget, prices are still 7% higher right now, you guys, at the end of September than they were 1 year ago.
Yeah, so even though it feels like we're in a down market, we're actually just, the prices aren't appreciating as much as they did the year before.
Yeah, 20% appreciation year over year was never going to last.
Which is why we're here. The last thing that we should talk about for all the buyers out there who are seeing these rate increases coming down the pipeline is a lock and shop. And a lock and shop is effectively allowing you to freeze the interest rate in time until you find your house. And different lenders have different options. The longest that we see is usually about 180 days. And so if you don't have a lender that's doing a lock and shop, and some of them even float down in case interest rates come back down, if you don't have a lender doing that, reach out to us. We'll find you one. We've got a couple partners that do that, and they do it well. And so if rates are going to be up in the 8s in 180 days, wouldn't you rather lock in at 6.5 and have the ability to shop over the next 6 months?
Yeah, and just for kind of timing purposes, most people aren't searching for 6 months. Most people are searching for 1 to 2. So,
yep.
Anything else to share on this?
No, I think that covers it. But we want to reiterate: now more than ever, you need to be working with creative, experienced agents. And if you have any questions about any of this, please reach out. We're always happy to chat.
Happy to help, and stay tuned for more as our market continues to change. Thanks.